Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA 21 predictions video, and today guys I'm going to be giving you my predictions on what cards and what nominee cards we can expect to see for the upcoming Futties promo. We already have the first official voting category for position swap or position change or something like that. Carvajal and Manolas being given different positions compared to their normal positions as part of 2 cards to be able to choose which one to vote for, as to see which one you want to have as an SBC available this Friday, July 16th when the Futties officially kicks off. Now, I went back and I had to look at all the categories in Futties 19. One of them did include the position swap category. Now, back in FIFA 19, there were actually 3 nominees available per category. For some reason, EA bringing it back in FIFA 21 have lowered it just to 2 nominees, which I don't really get too much. But anyway, I have taken out position change and I've put in all the other categories that were available in Futties 19 that basically we can expect then to also see if EA follow the same processes in FIFA 19 with all the different categories. Then we can expect to see all these categories come back once again for FIFA 21, where there'll be nominees available that fit into each type of categories. Let's get straight off into it. So Speedsters was one of the categories in Futties 19. Basically, you know, it's for the quickest players that are available in the game, and 2 of the very quickest players available in FIFA 21 are Inaki Williams and Hakimi. Both of them do have quite a few special cards. Hakimi's got a few informs, has that one to watch card, but deserved to get a team with the season cards and never did. So I think this is the perfect time to reward him with at least a chance of getting a big upgrade if he's to win his vote. And going alongside the Inaki Williams, again, one of the fastest players in this game, has himself a full birthday card as well. It's like 88 rated or something like that. So going with some massive boosts. These Futties cards, if they are to win, they're going to get massive boosts to their base cards. And I've gone for Inaki Williams going up to a 93 if he was to win, and Hakimi going up to a 94. Which one would win out of this category? I feel like Inaki Williams is probably the easier to fit into, like, you know, into hybrids and stuff like that, but both of them in 99 pace. I would argue that Hakimi, I think, is the better looking card. I mean, look at that card for Hakimi. I mean, even Inaki Williams looks absolutely insane, but personally, if I'm picking one to vote for, I love Inaki. I think he's a fantastic underrated player, but I'd be picking Hakimi in that one, and I think they would be 2 very good nominees. I think I really would be interested to see the voting goes on that one of those 2 were to come available. Another category that we had was midfield enforcers. So I've gone with Wilfred Ndidi and Emre Can. Both of them have a few special cards. I think Ndidi has a road to the final card that was 87 rated. I think Can had like a FUT birthday card that was 87 or 88. I think it was an 88 rated FUT birthday card. So if they were to win, they get massive increases. I mean, look at Emre Can, literally all in the 90s. You could expect to see if he was to be given as a nominee, and then also if he was to win his vote. Ndidi, again, you know, a very popular Premier League player. He's a, you know, he is a midfield enforcer. He's fantastic. As is, you know, Emre Can in the Bundesliga. Both midfield enforcers for their respective teams, and I think that would be once again another very interesting vote. The next one, aerial threats. This one's a bit difficult because you're looking at players that really have like good heading accuracy, and there aren't many actually. I've gone with Weghorst because his heading accuracy is like really good, and Talisca was actually in the area. I was looking for another player and I was thinking, is there another player that looks good to be able to, you know, to put into the aerial threat category? And I went with Talisca purely because of the fact that he was in the same category back in FIFA 19 for the aerial threat. I can't remember who won it back then. I think Dzeka was also another player, so arguably maybe it could be Weghorst and Dzeka was the 2 players to choose from. But I went with Talisca in the end just to try and go with like a bit of a different type of league, get the CSL, get some of the more minor leagues involved. But Weghorst, you know, he is obviously fantastic when it comes to his heading and his height and stuff like that. And to be fair, you know, finishing and physicalities wise, if he was to become a nominee and then also to win his votes, would be superb. But I feel like the aerial threat category might be the category, if we are to get all these categories, that is the same as in FIFA 19. I feel like this is the category that could be maybe the most disappointing, apart from the goalkeepers one. I think from outfield playing positions, it could be the most disappointing one. The next one, though, I think could be one of the most exciting ones. Dynamic dribblers. Some of the best dribblers in the game. I'm looking at 2 of them right here in Paulo Dybala and Wilfried Zaha. Can you imagine these 2 cards as a vote? Now, okay, fair enough, Zaha will be 2 ratings lower, but the fact that he's just from the Premier League, a lot of people tend to go and vote for Premier League players over other leagues. So I tried to go with a card that is from a different league, but is going to be higher rated. So I went with Dybala with that. So both of them would have massive increases on their other cards. Neither one of them got a team with a season card or anything like that. I think Dybala's highest is a 91. I think Zaha, his is like an 88 or something like that. But both of those cards, if they were to become nominees, would be absolutely out of this world. Look at Zaha there. I mean, to be fair, I suppose Zaha could also maybe go into the speeders dribble category as well, because, you know, if he gets like an upgrade, he goes to like 99 pace, so he could potentially fall into maybe two of the categories. Just have to wait and see. But Dybala, again, would be absolutely superb, going up to like 99 dribbling. Shot stopper as the next one, which is obviously just do with goalkeepers. I've gone with Donnarumma and Alisson, who has one in form in this game, and I think it'd be pretty cool to give him like a chance at getting like another high-rated card within this game, again from the Premier League. Donnarumma, fantastic in the player of the tournament, in fact, for the Euros. Has that team with the season card, but wasn't actually given any special card during the Euros promo, or Summer Stars, if you know, as it was basically called. Wasn't given any special cards for that, so I think now could be a good time to potentially award him with an even better card. Now, would this be, I don't know if he's been fully confirmed yet as a PSG player, maybe so. He could maybe, even if he gets like, potentially if he goes and gets his signing at PSG, he could fall into one of the other categories that we'll get into in a second. But yeah, I think there could be two very, very good players, and once again, it'd be very interesting to see how that vote would play out there with shot stopper. The next one, 5-star weak foot. Now, Dzeko actually fits into this one. I thought that Dzeko fitted into the heading accuracy. I must have been getting confused. He's in the 5-star weak foot category alongside Luka Jovic. I was tempted to put Richarlison in there, but Richarlison, because he does have a 5-star weak foot, but I don't think he'll get in there because he only recently had like a very, very high rated, Path to Glory or Summer Stars card or something like that. So I can't see him being put in as a nominee only like a couple of weeks later after having like a massive special card. But Dzeko does have the 5-star weak foot, as does Jovic, and both of them, if they were to win their categories, would have very, very good cards. I mean, you know, Dzeko with 91 pace, impeccable shooting, Jovic just an all-round fantastic striker, done very, very well after going back to Eintracht Frankfurt. He seemed to pick up form a little bit more once again, so I think there could be two very interesting players in the 5-star weak foot category. Then we get into midfield dominator. So there were two type of midfielders. There was the midfield encores or something like that, and then the midfield dominators that were two categories back in FIFA 19. So kind of similar, but I've gone with Kante and Busquets, and I think they could be a very, very interesting lineup if they were to be put in there, because they are fantastic, you know, dominating defenders for their respective teams, and I think that would be a very, very interesting category to see how that one plays out. And then we finish with the new arrival category. So this is why Donnarumma could potentially fit into this one if he signs into PSG very, very soon and EA updates his club. But I've gone with Kante. Now, he should have the Liverpool badge, and I forgot to change that from Leipzig to Liverpool. And then David Alaba going to Real Madrid. Now, we saw new arrival come as a category in FIFA 19. João Felix, Eden Hazard, and Antoine Griezmann were the categories for that. And I think João Felix won that vote. Where basically, I don't know if EA would update with the new arrival. I don't know if the player is then automatically within the game transferred to the new club, or if they're still at their old club, but it still falls under the new arrival category because they're about to join a new club or something like that. I'm not too sure how they would do it, but new arrival was a category back in FIFA 19, and obviously it's to do with, you know, recent transfers. And these two of the most fantastic defenders in world football right now. Very, very promising. Alaba going to Real Madrid is going to be absolutely superb for them, and then Kante at Liverpool. I can't wait to see what he's going to be able to do next season, and I think that could be a very interesting category. There were also two other categories for second chances. So they were basically people in FIFA 19, one they'd lost out as nominee cards in their respective categories. They'd then be put into a second chance alongside other players that had missed out within their category. So I'd say, for example, Alaba loses the new arrival category and Kante loses the midfield dominance. They could then be put into a second chance, where, you know, where fans can then vote for which cards they then like to take. So there was 2 second chances as categories back in FIFA 19, so you could also maybe expect something like that. Now, potentially EA might not adopt the same system as back in FIFA 19, but they've already given one of the categories in position change that was a category back in FIFA 19, so I'd like to think that they will do something at least very, very similar with the categories again in FIFA 21. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.